And finally, among the experts, I would like to call up Chris Tittle, who is going to speak to us about examples, positive examples of communities who are taking action and creating these types of alternative systems where we are recognizing our relationship with the land and with each other. So thank you, Chris.
Greetings. It's a privilege to be here this afternoon with all of you. Dr. Evangelisti told us a little bit about the economic theory of our dominant culture. But the word economy itself comes from an ancient Greek concept for management of the home. So I'm here to testify to the fact that a post-carbon, high well-being, ecologically regenerative economy is not a dream, it's an unfolding reality. There is another way to manage our home. In fact, in communities across the Bay Area and around the world, people are coming together to devise sustainable ways of meeting our collective needs in ways that are not only less extractive, but are in fact regenerating the wealth of the land, regenerating the fabrics of community, and acknowledging the rights, the inherent rights of the natural world. So a few examples. Here in the Bay Area, some friends of mine are starting an organization called the Energy Solidarity Cooperative. And they're working to democratize the financing and ownership of renewable energy, specifically in historically marginalized communities. Another example, in Boulder, Colorado, when local community members approached their utility and suggested that the utility prioritize renewable energy, utility just simply said, no, it's not worth the investment. So they just created their own renewable energy provider, right? They themselves, the community, created, finance, and own the solar energy company that provides a lot of the energy to Boulder, Colorado. In fact, in Germany, in the wake of a national decision to stop the use of nuclear energy, there's now close to 900 community-owned renewable energy cooperatives. In many cases, in communities where they simply voted to buy out the local utility and create their own community-owned renewable energy provider. So this is a massive transition in the way we meet our needs. But it's not just in how energy is generated. It's in who energy generation benefits and who makes the decisions about how energy is generated. We in the US have already done this once. In the early and mid 20th century, when the state and local energy providers simply refused to set up energy infrastructure in rural areas, over 800 rural energy cooperatives were created across the country to just do it themselves. We can do that again. So finally, this post-carbon economic transition, it's not just limited to energy. It has to do with how and where food is produced, how we invest our money in local enterprises that generate wealth for the community, how we relate to and manage land, how we design our cities and towns to meet our own needs and potentially even mimic the way ecosystems structure themselves. It can and is being done in ways that empower and uplift historically marginalized communities as well. As some of my friends at the Movement Generation Justice and Ecology Project have said many times, there can be no exploitation of land and water without exploitation of people and labor. An economy that respects the inherent rights of nature respects the inherent rights of humans as well. Thank you.